Hey everyone, I'm Mitchell.
And I'm Amanda.
And you're listening to the Happily Ever After podcast. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode. It's episode 15, and we have an exciting episode.
When did we get to 15?
Oh, well, we're kind of skipping around here.
Oh.
Yeah, this is in, I guess, 3 weeks from when we're recording this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, because we have 2 other episodes that we're recording in the next 2 days.
Wow.
Remember? Did you forget?
I forgot.
Yeah, figured. So by the time this one comes out, you probably have heard some of our hopefully helpful tips and tricks about how we took a 3-year-old to Disney and took a 3-month-old to Disney. Right?
Yeah.
So hopefully those episodes are out, and this is then right after that.
Hopefully.
If we don't get out of order. So anyways, welcome to episode 15. Before we get started, as always, if you're listening on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And of course, you can comment on this episode. Majority of our listeners are actually not subscribed still, so it'd be great if you did that. That'd be really supportive. We really would appreciate that. And then we also, of course, have our Instagram. We have Facebook. We have TikTok. We have all the things. Tons of stuff. And I feel like that's all I'm ever doing is going back and forth trying to keep up with everything now.
That's your job.
That is my job. And then we also have our Patreon show where after every show we go over there, do a little bonus show for you guys and just have some fun. So there's numerous ways that would support us. So any of those would be great to follow us on there. And then lastly, if you're listening on Apple, you leave us a 5-star review. That would help grow our show immensely. So we'd really appreciate that too. So, man, that was a lot tonight.
Yeah, you're long-winded. Take a deep breath.
Listen, I'm just so excited. I want to just get right through that.
I know.
You know why?
This is going to be a long show.
It probably is going to be a long show. You know who we have on tonight?
Yeah.
Who do we have?
We have Ashley and Emma.
Hey, guys. Welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
So we have our our best friends, Ashley and Emma.
Bestest friends.
I was nervous about giving that title, but I think it's well deserved.
No, I think they earned it. Because what time is it where you are right now?
2:15 in the morning.
Yep. And they're up talking to us.
And this is not just like a one-off either. This is usually...
No, this is like once or twice a week.
Yeah. It's usually much later. Like usually because it's 9 o'clock here. So 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And I don't think we usually get off until like 10:30, 11 our time.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for staying up, and welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you.
We have you on today, obviously, to talk about your recent Disney trip. We were so excited for many reasons to see you guys go on it because you have something special. You get to take your first tiny little witty bitty baby. And yeah, I'm just really excited to talk about that.
Well, the coincidence is that George is the same age that Stella was when we took her on her first trip, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young baby.
It was definitely an experience.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely.
It was an eye-opener.
It wasn't a bad experience.
No.
It just was an experience.
It was an eye-opener, but it was educational, but it was fun at the same time because we got to see Disney and everything else through the eyes of being a parent and not just an overseas tourist.
In a different way, wasn't it? It was just a way we'd never experienced it before, which was, it was nice.
It was nice. It had its challenges, which was obviously fair.
Was like the first half of your trip like challenging? Because like the first half of our trip was super challenging, and then we like figured it out.
There was just one day at the start of the trip that was just hard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like day 3.
Something like that, day 2 or 3. So.
Which was like extremely hard. And then it just kind of all balanced out, didn't it?
I think it was the fact that he was just into the weather because it was when we went into Epcot and
He just screamed.
The whole way around, bless him. I think it was just too hot for him. I think he was still adjusting to the time difference. And
it just didn't matter what we did, where we went. It just, nothing helped. In the end, we left, didn't we? Because we didn't even get into the World Showcase. We just left.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's something about Epcot with the littles.
Yeah, Jackson's first ever time in Epcot, he also screamed. A majority of the day in Epcot, he screamed. We made it around World Showcase. I don't know how, but it wasn't great.
It was just from the get. Like, we left the villa, and that was fine. He was fine. We kind of he started getting upset towards Epcot because he was hungry.
Mm.
And he'd also been to the toilet.
Yeah, so we had to change him pretty much straight as soon as we got out of the car, basically.
Well, it was. We hadn't even got into the park when we had to change him.
Yeah.
It was outside the entrance. And then we got through the gate and he was screaming because he was hungry. And then I just got really... Because I think you found it quite hard because it wasn't the usual up and go.
Mm.
So you found it hard that every 5 minutes it'd be, oh, we need to stop to do this, or, oh, we need to stop and do that. And you found that quite challenging, I'd say, as where I was just a bit like, we've got to stop. But that's just kind of what I'm like anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, let's just go in this shop and look around for like 10, 15 minutes and just very sort of slow pace, as where you're a bit more like, we've got to go and do this, we've got to go and do that. So you found that quite challenging. So then I got annoyed, picked George up and was like, come on, George, we're just going to go to, I think it's called Creations Cafe now, isn't it, where Starbucks is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was like, let's just go there and I'll feed you there. And we'll sit in the aircon for a bit, get a drink. And then you and your whole family just kind of followed me, didn't you? And then I was so annoyed, petty annoyed, that I went and had a photo outside with no one else. With just
The annoying thing is, it's actually a really nice photo as well.
It is a good photo. And then that was it then, weren't it? He just screamed.
We managed to get him settled for a little bit, and then
it took ages though. It was hard. I would say in the whole time we'd had George live, even when he was struggling with his milk allergy, that day at Epcot was the worst he'd ever been in his whole life.
Mm.
It was a challenge. Like, both of us were just like, why is this kid not settling? We were sat near the Moana experience, and then like I went round to where Coral Reef is and sat just there, and in the end the manager could hear George screaming and like could see, and I was sat on the floor with him and he come out and was like, please just come and sit in the aircon, we're fine with that.
That's really nice.
Yeah, he was really good, wasn't he?
Yeah.
They were like, have some water, like just chill out for a bit. The bathrooms are there if you need them. They were that manager was really good, wasn't he?
Mm.
But I would say that was the hardest day. And then after that, it was just a breeze, wasn't it?
Yeah, he loved every minute of it.
It was just, I think the only thing we found after that to be like a little bit difficult was the heat.
Yeah.
Trying to make sure that he didn't overheat. Because
we had two fans on him. We had a cooling towel. We
used to like freeze or wet muslins and put them underneath him to see if that helped, or we used to just have him in a vest, or sometimes just even his nappies, didn't we? Because then we had a parasol on his pram to try and keep the sun away.
His push chair looked like something out of Inspector Gadget. It had umbrellas. It had things sticking out. It was mad, but we didn't know any better because obviously it was the first time we went as parents. So we would we'd rather make sure that he's overprotected than underprotected.
Sun cream the sun cream thing is very controversial.
It's very controversial. It is.
Because people say you're not meant to put sun cream on them till they're 6 months. But there was no way in June was I not putting sun cream on my foot.
No. We spoke to our doctor about it with Stella, and she said that she would rather her have some mineral sunscreen on her and her skin will just be fine, rather than have her get sunburned, and that could pose more damage to her skin than just some mineral sunscreen.
Yeah, So I'd spoke to a couple of doctors about that as well, hadn't I? And they said the same. They were like, just kind of skin, like patch testing first, put a small amount on somewhere you're not going to see if he reacts, or like, we'll see it, but it wouldn't cover his body sort of thing.
Right.
And if he's fine, then it's fine. So we did that, didn't we? But yeah, I would say that was the hardest day of the whole trip, to the point that we left, went back to the villa. We got back to the villa and he even screamed all the way home. When we got back to the villa, we settled him.
Yeah.
And then he went to sleep and he didn't wake up till the next day.
Wow.
That's kind of nice, though.
Yeah.
And then your parents came home and was like, look, you two go out to eat on your own because you've had it a day.
That's really nice.
It was nice, wasn't it? It was real nice.
We had all the places to pick, so we decided to go to
Longhorn.
Longhorns.
Yeah.
Didn't we? Oh,
Classic.
it was a classic. Obviously, we've been together before, so it's
Yeah.
obviously it's
Yeah,
That's like such a recessed memory for me. Like, I remember talking about it. I think I remember like walking in, but I have no other memory of sitting there. I have no idea why.
I can remember like food we ordered and everything.
That's hilarious. I also barely remembered being in Oga's together until I saw pictures. And I was like, oh my God, we had that blue wine together.
We did.
no line.
Totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
you actually. This is a great segue. Thank you. Because
You're welcome.
I want to definitely talk about your guys' trip and like in there every day, but I think it's good to know kind of like the background of Disney and like like what you guys like. I mean, this obviously wasn't your first trip. It was your first trip with a brand new baby, but like tell us the background. So we met you guys through Disney, but just tell us a little bit more about that.
We've been going together every year since, well, not every year, but since from 2013 up till 2020, we had been every year.
Pretty much every year together. It was so when we first met, your grandparents.
Yeah, so my uncle used to own a villa in Florida, and he'd been going since the early 90s. Eventually, might have even been before that, eventually took my grandparents out there. They then got what my granddad calls the bug, which is a very known wide thing. I didn't know it was a known thing, but he was like, oh yeah. And they'd always wanted to take us as kids, but my parents won't fly. Or my dad won't fly. I think my mum would, but my dad won't fly. So it was always kind of how could we get dad there without getting on a plane? And it just wasn't feasible. There was no way of doing it. We kind of just didn't ever go. It came to 2012 and I was finishing school. I'd just done my GCSEs and my nan and granddad were like, do you want to go to Florida? And I was like, hell yeah, I do. So that was it then. They were like, okay, we'll start the process. We'll start getting everything sorted. We'll get flights booked. We'll get your passport sorted. My sister was meant to go. And then it got to a certain point where they were doing the passports. And she just went, I just don't think I want to go. And my grandparents were like, oh, okay. And they said to me, do you still want to go? And I went, yeah, I do. And they were like, on your own? I was like, yeah, I do. I still want to go. And that was it. We went in the September and that was my first trip. And it was very different to the picture I had in my head. Like America, the way I had America visioned in my head was so different to what the reality is.
Is like the reality better or worse?
I mean, I love America. We would move there in a heartbeat, wouldn't we? It was just, I think because of the way the movies portray things, when you actually go and it's just highways and like trees and stuff like that, and in your head you have it where it's like, it's just palm trees and like, it's very different. When we were landing, I was like, this isn't how I pictured America. And I also didn't think it was going to be so hot. My grandparents had told me like, oh, it's warm, but I didn't expect it to be hot.
What month did you first go?
September.
That's September's hot.
Yeah. So, and then I always had it in my head that all the theme parks were just lined up next to each other. I don't know why. That's just how I had it in my head. Like you'd have Disney here and then Universal would be there. And obviously it's not like that at all. And I went and I just was like, wow. I mean, that was my first ever flight as well. 9-hour flight. Went straight in, was like, yeah, get me on a plane for 9 hours. My mum cried because she was so scared that I was going to like go through the airport, get through like security and duty free, see the airplane and go, no, I don't want to get on it. And I was like, hell no, I'm getting on that plane and going to Disney. And I've just never looked back. Never, ever looked back since. Literally the year after I met you.
Oh, don't you sound too excited saying
How weird was it that, like, I'd been to Florida and we'd always been a Disney family. So, like, because my parents wouldn't fly, we drove to Paris to go to Disneyland when we were kids. Like, that's what they did for us with my grandparents. We all drove to Paris.
How long of a drive is that?
From what I can remember, it was around 12 hours.
Okay.
So we've always been a Disney family. So, yeah, it was kind of weird because, like, we met and one of the first things I said to him when we started talking was, have you ever been to Florida and do you like it? And he was like, yeah. And that was it, wasn't it? It was just like, bam. It was so kind of weird, wasn't it? That we both, like, we met and we both had that interest.
Yep. And then within, 3 months of talking,
yeah,
we
started like meeting regularly and stuff. And then I was like, why don't you come to Florida with us? And he was like, you'd not long come back either.
I literally came back for 3 weeks with my family, and within 2 weeks later, I'd booked.
No, that was the year after. But we'd started talking more regularly, seeing each other regularly, and I was like, why don't you come to Florida with us? And then within 3 weeks, he'd booked a flight, got his spending money, and was on a plane out to Florida with her.
Wow.
That's really nice. Ashley, how old were you when you started going to Disney? Like, has your family always been Disney or Florida people?
So when I was growing up, like Disney was a massive thing. Like we had the videos and like my nan and granddad used to buy them for us and everything. But we first went in 2001. So I was 9 when we first went, and my parents wanted to take me and my sister as like once in a lifetime trip because obviously back then it was a lot cheaper, but obviously things were a lot of things were cheaper.
But it was still expensive.
Expensive, but it was supposed to be a once in a lifetime. Went for 2 weeks. We literally did everything. We had 14-day tickets to Disney, Universal, blah, blah, and they fell in love with it that much that they wanted to make it a regular thing. So the trip we went on cost them a lot of money. So it took them a couple of years to save up to go again. But after that, it was like every year, every other year from 2001. So when I met Emma and she said, I think, I've met someone I quite like here. So when we went together, it was obviously we hadn't been together that long, so it was like make or break really. But we just got so much closer, and I got close to your family and everything. And then we started going every year, and then that was it. Like
it only stopped being every year when COVID happened.
Yeah,
and then I was like, let's buy a house.
It's funny, we have like similar stories. So like Mitchell's story is really similar to Emma's, and then mine is really similar to Ashley's, which is because I started going in 2003 when I was 10, and my family went every other year. And then his family has just always been going.
Yeah, we've been going every year, but we
because
would drive.
of your Nana.
Yeah.
which is really similar. That like it's like because of Emma's grandparents and it was because of your grandparents
Yeah.
that like everyone got into it.
And my family didn't want to fly, so we would drive, and it's about a 10.5 hour drive
Yeah.
to Disney World from where we are. So a lot of similarities there,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And this is a story for another day, but Amanda and I, before we ever met each other, years before, we were at Disney at the same time.
Yeah.
So kind of crazy.
Yeah, 3 years before we met each other.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Who knows?
We have to
She-
look back on some old pictures.
She could pass by me and said, "Wow, look at that guy." Never even realized.
Look at that guy.
So, okay, well, that's awesome. I mean, hearing that, I don't even think we knew much of that about you guys.
I
So,
don't think we did.
yeah, that's really cool to hear. So, now flash forward to this year. And we were so excited when you guys were talking about this trip. And we encourage, I don't think we mentioned at first, but you guys have a YouTube, you have social media as well. So if you're listening to this podcast and you want to keep up with Ashley and Emma's adventures and what they're doing, check them out. They're at Ashley and Emma. You can find them. You guys have Instagram, YouTube, anything else you all have?
No,
We do have Facebook, don't we?
do have Facebook. We
But
don't really
Yeah, we don't use it very
touch it.
often.
It's mostly Instagram.
Instagram
that
and YouTube.
I mean, it used to be Twitter. Like Twitter used to be
X,
the
yeah.
or X. Like it used to be the main thing, but that kind of
It kind of all died off very
Yeah.
quickly, didn't it? Well, not very quickly, but it died off.
yeah.
So perfect. Yes. If you guys want to follow, you just started your series recently about this trip. So if you want to kind of keep up with the story other than just the podcast, you definitely want to go see their videos. I know every year that you guys have went, we love watching all your episodes as well. Especially the ones that we got to be in.
Yeah, those are always fun ones. It's so nice to like relive like our memories with you guys
Yeah.
because we've only been in person with you guys like a handful of times, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
just so sad.
It is very sad.
It is, but it's nice to see the progression of our friendship. Like we literally met up on a whim, and then we're like, oh, they're nice. We probably won't see them again. And then
Yeah, we met through Jason and Claire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we were supposed to meet up with Jason and Claire, and then they were like, "Oh, and come meet our friends Ashley and Emma." And we were like, "Okay," and then that was it.
Instantly hit it off.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think it was Ashley and I mostly, but
but it took us a bit before we were talking like regularly.
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But we saw you guys like every time you came down. We always did something with you guys,
Yeah.
we did. So we.
like the moonshine in our kitchen in our Florida apartment.
Oh, my God, that was an evening. I'll tell you.
That was. Yeah, that
It
was.
was. It was funny as anything, but that was an evening.
Yeah,
But it even takes us back to like that meeting we had at Taco Bell.
Oh.
yeah.
Yes.
That was like the first time we met. Just like obviously us lot, and then what we've done.
Chicken Guy.
We've-
We've had met Chicken Guy.
Yes.
Chicken
Chicken
guy.
guy.
See, I don't have any memory of Chicken Guy with you guys
Neither,
You don't,
neither
have
do
any
we.
you don't have any memory of Chicken Guy, period. I mentioned
because
that
we've
the
only
other
been like twice.
That's-
We were talking about what were we talking about?
I don't know. Something about like
Something about Disney Springs or like
Yeah.
places we ate at Disney Springs a lot. And he was like, "Yeah, and Chicken Guy was one of our favorites." I was like, "I've been there twice, so I don't know who you've been with, but I've only been there like 2 times."
I love Chicken Guy.
I remember we met Amanda at the McDonald's in Disney Resort area.
I
That
don't-
big one because she'd got off work and fancied.
Oh
rat.
yeah,
I do not remember that.
I do.
You have the memory of me, Ashley.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I feel like honestly,
Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studio, Ogre's Cantina,
Magic Kingdom.
yeah,
Old Key West. We've actually met a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Well-
spent a lot of time at Old Key West together the past
Yeah.
few trips. They were really nice.
Yeah.
And that hot tub at Old Key West.
yeah.
Oh,
That-
yeah.
That was a
That was a good
hilarious.
night.
That was a good night. You guys literally discouraged. This is hilarious. This is a really quick story, but everyone should hear the story. We were at the hot tub, and there were these. I don't know. This like couple of guys there. I feel like they're from like New York or
It
Chicago.
was 2 couples.
No, was it
Yeah,
two couples?
yeah.
Yeah. They were from Chicago, right? I feel like they were, or at least there were Blackhawks fans.
I don't remember
I don't
where they
know.
were from.
Maybe I'm wrong, but anyways, we were talking about where we're from and all that, and they're like, oh, like we want to go to the, New England. We want to go to Paris. It was Paris, right? Was the one they were specifically talking about?
New England
No,
is in the States.
London.
Not New England, but not but England. Old England.
Yeah.
Old England. And Ashley and Emma were basically like,
don't come here.
Don't go.
Don't waste your money.
It's like when Emma mentioned about the movies like depicting America. England is nothing like depicting like American films. Like, we're not all posh. We don't all drink tea. We don't eat crumpets and scones all the time.
You like crumpets?
I do. I must admit, I do like a decent crumpet, but I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, there's a lot of like London's nice, and obviously there's a lot of history in here. But really, there's nothing to do.
I just, especially now, I would not come here.
No.
That's
So-
I'd be dissuading them even more now not to come.
So when we spoke about like us coming to Tennessee, which we are really, really like, we really want to do, and like you spoke about coming here, we're like, no, don't do it.
Just don't.
Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. We'll come to you.
We'll come to you.
Yeah.
It's so
Well,
funny.
the even funnier part was that we had this. They were like, "Yeah, we really want to go to London and everything. We want to go to England." And you guys were like, "Nope, nope, nope, don't go," and like totally discouraged them.
And
And
then-
then they gave us a whole bunch of beer afterwards.
It's like we saved them thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Coming here, so they decided to give us these massive cans of
Miller Lite.
I kid you not, right? The American cans of beer still shock me to this
They
day.
were
Like,
huge. They were
It
like
was
the
like
big
those-
ones.
yeah.
they were huge, but it was like one night when we were doing one of our video chats, and me and Mitchell were drinking Bud Light, and I was, oh yeah, I've got my beer. And you come out with this massive one, and this is a normal bottle of beer here. I'm like, right, so that's another thing in England that they do wrong.
It's like I could drink yours in like a sip. Yours is
Yeah.
like a shot.
Yeah, it's
It's like a tiny little like what are they called?
Oh, it's like the Coronas.
The
The
mini
Coronas.
Yeah, the little mini Corona bottles.
The
That's
Coronitas.
yeah, Coronitas. That's basically the size of them.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Too
Yeah.
small, way too small. So yeah, we obviously we have so much fun when we're
Yeah,
together.
we spend hours talking. Hours. There's no end to it.
There is no end, and I feel like I'm gonna get us going, because if not, we'll get sidetracked here.
Yeah, we're like 30 minutes in and like we've just like yapped the whole time.
Barely talked about it. So
because I've actually got work at 10:30 in the morning.
Oh no.
yikes. Okay, so tell us like how you guys planned out this trip, and just like the thought process behind it, like where you guys stayed, like the length of the trip, that sort of thing.
So actually, there was no real structured plan to the trip. We went with your family, your mom, dad, your sister, her partner, and her 2 kids.
Yeah, so it was,
And there was no actual real structured plan to the trip. It was just, we'll do all the Disney parks once, Universal, islands, bit of shopping. But it was never kind of this is what we're doing. This is the time.
Yeah.
This is, we went for 2 weeks and we stayed in a villa.
we stayed in a villa. I can't remember where.
No, I can't. I was just thinking, I thought I had the name, but I can't remember it.
It was about, I'd say it was about,
It was only about 10, 15 minutes from
yeah.
Disney.
it wasn't too far away.
It wasn't, no. And it was a nice villa,
It
actually.
was a nice big villa, because obviously there was 9 of us, but obviously we needed plenty of space for like kids and stuff like that. But
Was it like close to the Animal Kingdom area? Or like Hollywood Studios area?
I would say it was probably nearest, we say Springs?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably I'd say nearest to Disney Springs.
I can't remember what it's called.
But it was literally, you just like 5 minutes from the villa, you could jump straight on the I-4 to either go obviously that way towards iDrive or that way towards Disney. It was very. The only downside to it though was, as everyone knows, if they drove on the I-4, traffic was an absolute nightmare.
It wasn't as bad. Well, it was, but it wasn't like.
Getting onto the I-4 was a nightmare, wasn't it? Because the amount of roadworks and stuff was.
Oh, it's always
Oh,
construction.
Uh,
Do you guys stay in a villa so that way you can make your trip like longer? Because like obviously like Disney resorts are like
Expensive.
mega expensive.
Cumbrian Lakes.
Cumbrian Lakes is where it was. No, we don't always stay in a villa. I think it's just I mean, I like villas. I think I like hotels as well, but I do think with a villa, you have your freedom to go out and buy your own food if you want to. Which we don't really do that, but you do have that freedom if you want to. You have a private pool. You can go, I know you can go back to a hotel whenever you want and relax, but like you can go back and just chill. I just find them a little bit more private, and
it's private, but you got plenty of space. You don't feel confined to just the one room.
Yeah, but we only usually do a villa if we're going with multiple people.
Yeah.
If it was just me and Ashley, we'd probably stay at like Dockside, or we've stayed at the Rose Inn before. Or the only thing is, we have stayed at Disney resorts, but not for a whole trip.
No,
We've only ever done a night in some of the Disney resorts. I do prefer a villa, I would say. I think I just like the whole, but then my first trip was a villa, so it's kind of what I knew.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, hotel for me was kind of like, I would do it, and I don't mind doing it. It's not the worst thing in the world. To be honest, I don't really care as long as I get to go.
Yeah. I mean, the private pool is super appealing. Like,
Yeah.
not having, like, having a whole bunch of other people in there and, like, other things going on, and then not having it close.
Yeah.
Must be, like, really
Late at
nice.
night, yeah.
There's something about, like, the Disney bus transportation, though, that, like, to me, like, makes it a Disney trip. Like, if
Yeah.
I were to have to drive in every time, like, and this is because we've lived there, it would make me feel like I was, like, living there again. Like, it wouldn't be, like, as special as, like, staying in a hotel and taking a bus. But we
That's
just
the
kind of
dream
luck
size.
out by doing the 2-bedroom villa at Old Key West with your parents' points.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
feel like if it was just, like, a smaller hotel room, I feel like villas would, like, be more appealing to us.
Yeah.
The dream for us is to feel like we live there, I think.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
why it's so good for us. However, I must agree with you, but I've got to flip it and say that the universal transportation is so good, and it does really give you that holiday feeling, doesn't it?
Really?
Like, yeah. We can't comment. We have used Disney transportation. We have used the buses and stuff.
Well, the most memorable one was at 4 a.m. in the morning when we were fortunate
The
enough
Galaxy's
to be
Edge. Oh, yeah.
And like
Galaxy's
Ashley
Edge.
just gets off, starts strolling. I'm like, I don't think so. Get those running feet on now, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, and that was good. Like, they were there as soon as they needed to be there.
They were consistent. There was buses, like 2 or 3 just lined up ready to pick people up.
I feel
I
like
don't
I
think-
see the Disney buses with, like, rose-colored glasses, though, because, like, it's mostly terrible, right? Like, we wait so long, especially with kids. You have
Yeah.
to, like, fold up the stroller, get everything, like, all compact, like, run onto the bus. Like, what if you're the last bus stop, but if there's no seats, and, like, then you have this, like, stroller, and you're standing with the stroller, and your kids are all over, and, like, everyone's separated, and, like, especially with Jackson, like, he wanted to sit at the back of the bus, but he wanted Mitchell with him, but Mitchell was standing with a stroller, and I had Stella, so it was, like, we were all, like, separated, and we were, like, 90% of the time, Jackson was on the back of the bus with some other family. Mitchell standing by the
Literally.
door in the middle of the bus with the stroller, and I'm sitting somewhere in the middle of the bus with Stella with me. It was just like all over.
But you know what? When the door closes, the lights go off,
Yeah.
and you hear, "Welcome aboard the Walt Disney World Transportation System."
Yeah, it doesn't really. Yeah, that's when it, like, all goes away.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like overall, like, I look at it with, like, definitely rose-colored glasses, because
Yeah.
the waiting for it and the getting on and off with strollers and kids, it's a real pain.
There's definitely a nostalgia factor
Yeah,
to it.
definitely.
I don't know what Universal and Disney have in any of their stuff. Just the area, there's something.
Yeah.
Because it's just something that when you get on the transportation for any of them, or you go into the parks, or you, I don't know, like you walk into the hotels, or you, whatever, it's just like everything's gone.
Yeah, it's such an escape. It really is.
Yeah. And I just don't know. Like, I know that's what they're built for. I know that's what they're made to do. But it's like you said, if you were at home or we were here and we had to do that, we'd be like, this is such a bloody nuisance. Like,
Yeah.
why are we doing this? But yet there, it's like, oh, this is just a dream.
Yeah, it's like it's a pain getting on and off. But like once I'm sitting down and I can hear that like little like announcement that I'm on Disney transportation, I'm like, it wasn't that bad. It's fine.
Yeah, like I agree. I can't comment with the strollers and stuff because we've not done that, have we? We've not been on any.
Not yet. Well, not yet. Anyway.
Without strollers, it would be 100% better. Literally.
yeah.
The only issue would be like waiting for a bus.
Yeah.
The only like we've been on the monorail. Did we go on the ferry boat as well?
No. Well, no. We went on the monorail.
And that was easy. It was. It literally was just.
Oh yeah, you drive
rolling
right on with the monorail. Yeah.
sort of thing. And that was easy. But I agree. I agree. If you think about it logically, it's a terrible. But then, it's a bit just like no.
Yeah.
The
Now
idea-
the gondolas are good with strollers because oh my god, did you guys have a bad time with the gondola?
Listen, if you got to be
I won't
quick.
go on them.
Oh no.
I just don't like things
The
like
gondolas,
that.
they're good. There's room for the strollers. We had a up a baby like back and front stroller. It was big,
big.
but we were able to get on it with but you have to be quick.
You gotta be quick.
You got to be quick. You got to pull it on quick and you got to take it off quick.
There is something about getting on one of those gondolas. Firstly, how many times have they crashed? Too many
Like
for my
twice.
liking.
Just twice.
Imagine it stopping over water in Florida when there's bound to be alligators in that water. And if you're like, nah, I'd rather have my feet firmly on the ground and just no. I mean, your family wanted to do that, didn't they? To which it's just not my thing. I just know that I'd get on it and have anxiety and I'd be like, I don't like this. I don't like things like that, do I? So, which is weird because I'll do like roller coasters and stuff and be fine. But they wanted to do it. So I was like, you guys do it. I'll catch a bus. But your sister also didn't want to do it. But it didn't end up happening anyway, did it?
No.
Yeah, it's a no from me.
They are scary. They are.
They are, but they're great.
But they are really great. We've used them a bit. We used them a bit this past trip. They were really
Jack
good.
loves them.
Oh, Jack loves them. He calls them the car in the sky.
Oh.
All right, so you guys, I know when we were talking to you before you went, it was going to mostly be a Universal trip for you. And then it was, okay, there's going to be maybe one day at Disney. So how did that pan out for you guys? What did you guys end up doing? How many days did you spend at Disney? How many days did you spend at Universal? And then like walk us through like each day and kind of what you did, some of the highlights of each day.
So, firstly, travel day we were very nervous about it because we didn't know what to expect with how he was going to react, how George was going to react, how we were going to cope with it or anything like that. But I kid you not, we both said this, we could not have been more proud of that boy.
Yeah, he did.
Like,
he didn't cry at all.
Didn't cry at all. The only time he did moan a bit was when he was hungry, which is what he normally does anyway. Travel day went no problem whatsoever. And normally our first day would be in a park. Either
park, Walmart after the park.
Yeah, that's not. But this time was
up, Walmart,
yeah,
chill, Universal, and you found that extremely difficult, didn't you?
I did. Going into a park at 3:00 in the afternoon was.
You weren't happy about that at all, were you?
It's not. I wasn't happy. It's not. I wasn't happy because I was very fortunate to be back in Florida.
You just found it very wasteful, I think.
It was like 3:00 in the afternoon. Most of the day is gone, and but before you know, it's going to be closing.
Well, the other thing was we didn't stay that long.
No, we were literally there for.
And we walked round and then left.
Yeah.
Did a lap of Universal and then left.
So.
It was like listen, it was fine. We were there. We made the most of it. We went on Men in Black. Yeah.
We went on a couple of rides.
No, we just went on Men in Black, didn't we?
We just went on Men in Black then.
Uh,
But I think that was just a taster to see, firstly, how we all coped as a group, but also how the kids obviously adapted, which was fine. The next day was Epcot Day, which we've obviously spoke about. That was a very eye-opener. And we played that day down Ritter. The highlight of that day was we took him into the Finding Nemo bit, like the aquarium bit. And
he did the ride as well.
He did the ride, and I got really, really...
We both cried.
Yeah, we got really emotional because, obviously, for one, it had been like a quite stressful day, but the way his eyes lit up and just watched everything that was going on around him, it was just... It just made that day worth it.
He even cried in the queue, though, didn't he? That's how... And it was air-conditioned. Like, he was even... it was a bad day, but... I think now Nemo will always be a must-do every time we go. We're not really Epcot people, even without George. We're not. I would say that's probably my least favourite park. So
my least favourite too.
Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom, guys. What are you doing here?
No.
You got Guardians, you got the new test track, and you got drinks.
I don't know. It's like a feeling for me.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like Disney, I don't think. There's not really...
Go ride Figment and you'll feel something.
I like Figment, but I don't know. It's still just not very Disney for me, I don't think. But I think we'll always do it once, won't we? If we've got a ticket we can go in everywhere, we'll always do it once because we've got the privilege. But I think when we do that, Nemo will always have to be a ride we do.
Yeah.
So that was nice. And then
Was that George's first Disney ride?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, so your sister had been on it and said, it keeps breaking down. And we were like, it's fine, we'll wait. It posted not a very long wait, hadn't it?
Yeah.
And it was actually quite a long wait because it did keep going down. But it was so nice because at that point he'd been watching ocean stuff on the I say watching it. He was 4 months old. He wasn't watching it, but
he was aware of the colours and stuff. And then we also put Dory's
reef cam on because it's nice noise for them. And he loved that. So that was a nice experience. And then obviously we only got to the baby change, and then we left.
Yeah,
went home. Sat down for an hour or two. Got him to sleep. And then went to Longhorn, which was
so good.
Always so good.
Honestly, can't recommend that place enough.
Yeah, it's just the food's always so nice.
It's just a nice vibe.
And then the day after that, no, you've missed that. You've missed that out. Epcot was day 3. Day 2 was shopping. We went shopping.
Yeah.
First day we did Walmart and Universal, which was the Monday. The Tuesday we went shopping. The Wednesday was Epcot. I can't remember what we did on the Thursday.
The thing
did we do a park?
We probably did. This is where we talk about. We didn't have a schedule. We talk about the night before of what we would do in the following day, and then it would be we'll go and see how it. We're going to see how it goes.
You're doing the same as me.
I'm doing the same.
We're going to go through it to our pictures.
That's literally what we do. When we go back on our trips, or especially this last one, when we would watch the YouTube videos, or even when we'd watch YouTube videos and we'd look at our pictures, what did we miss? And that would really give us a lot of insight of how that day went.
Yeah.
Except this last trip. We didn't take many pictures this last trip. Mostly because both of our hands were pretty full.
Yeah. I think the reason that we had such a hard time with Stella is because for whatever reason, she just decided to hate the stroller.
It must have been shopping. It was shopping because we went to Disney Springs and Ashley lost the car keys.
That makes sense. was an experience,
That
yeah.
honestly, that was I was not happy at all. I was not happy at all.
Or, yeah, I got a right earful when I got back to the car. But no, we went to Disney Springs because I think Epcot, the experience at Epcot took a toll on a lot, because I don't think my family had the best day either. But I think we just wanted to have a nice chill day. The following day
was my birthday, and we went to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, so that was...
and that was, I found, at that point, George had adjusted to everything.
Yeah.
He'd adjusted to the weather, he'd adjusted to the time difference. And I know that's near enough the end of the first week, but he'd adjusted really well at that point. I think after that Epcot day, he was fine, wasn't he? Literally absolutely fine. So my birthday, we did Magic Kingdom, and we did that for like the most of a good... It was all day.
We were there,
we got there before opening, before rope drops. We had a reservation at Crystal Palace. First place we had to go, though, was the baby centre, because George had pooed.
Yeah, so you know when you get that special moment, like you go back to Magic Kingdom and you're walking in. Oh, I'm looking for. Then you take that slow walk in front of the castle, and you blubber, and you wipe your snot off your chin because you're happy to be back. Our one was, we walked through the ticket thing. He started crying. I kid you not. We basically ran down Main Street to get to the baby centre.
But they didn't let us in early anyway.
No.
They made us wait.
Yeah.
And we were like, we're going to be late for our reservation, even though it's the end of Main Street. So we did that. Highly recommend that. The food... I found that the food at Crystal Palace was different to any other breakfast I've had at Disney.
That's interesting. I feel like the last time we went to Crystal Palace was many, many years ago, but it was so generic that we were like, even having Jackson's nursery when he was a baby is Winnie the Pooh themed. He still has Winnie the Pooh sheets and all the plushes in his room, but we were just like, Crystal Palace just didn't appeal to us. We had been so used to it being so generic, but we have heard a lot of really good things about it recently.
I have said to you that I would do it again in a heartbeat. That is somewhere that I would religiously go back, haven't I? It was really nice.
It was very nice. Like, the character interactions were really good. The food, I can't fault the food.
The food was amazing.
Really nice.
And we did that for, you said, didn't you, what do you want to do? It's your day. We did that. We went and got George's first pair of ears. Although it was my birthday, it was very much centered around the things I wanted to make sure I did with George.
Yeah, that's part of becoming a mom, isn't it? It's not like, I want this, I want to do this. It's like, I want this for my kid. I want to experience this with my kid.
So we got his ears. I'd already got his balloon from Disney Springs. We went and got one of those silhouette pictures of him.
Yeah, I love that.
Then I don't even think we did any rides, did we?
You wanted to do Winnie the Pooh, but
the queue for Winnie the Pooh is always crazy.
Oh, it's so bad. And it's like, I know they have the interactive aspects of it, but that almost makes it worse.
All you hear is ooh.
Yeah, but then when you're standing outside in the garden and everyone's banging on the drums and the popper things, I can't. Talk about a sensory overload.
Which is just an essential for Magic Kingdom, isn't it? A Starbucks. And then we kind of just potted around.
But we met a lot of characters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that was we went and did Mickey Mouse. We'd already met all the Winnie the Pooh characters, so we were like, we're not going to wait again in the queue outside. We went and met Donald and Goofy.
That honestly sounds like a nice day. I don't think that's ever something that we would do, though.
Listen, it would be the most perfect day ever, but it's so hard not to do any rides. Even if I was there we've been so many times, and even if I was there for a while, I mean, you guys were there for 2 weeks. I know you weren't at the Disney parks for 2 weeks, but still, just spending that time, just hanging out, doing the characters, just kind of taking it easy. Like it reminds me almost of like when we were cast members.
Yeah.
We didn't go around just doing characters, but like I almost wish we did have a day like that.
Well, it's interesting, like the way that you guys like said, like you like the way you pace yourselves. It's like how you, Emma, are usually like, oh, well, I just kind of take my time and like whatever. And like when we had to stop with the baby, it was fine. It's interesting because Mitchell is like the person that like moseys around, and I'm usually like, go, go, go. But this time I was like, it's okay. We got to stop to feed her. It's fine. I have to stop to pump. It's fine. We have to stop to change her again. It's fine. And like Mitchell was the one who was getting annoyed that like we had to make all these different stops and that we couldn't get everything done all at once because it's just not how it went.
Yeah.
But it was just so funny that like normally I'm like, let's get it in gear. We got to go. But this trip I was like, I don't care. I really don't care. And then like he was the one who was like, this is so annoying. We can't get anything done without like stopping in a restroom.
Yeah.
That was you. You were very much
It just felt like
once you'd got from one place to somewhere else, it was something else.
You literally right. It's feeding time. Okay, we'll feed. We'll stop. Make a bottle. Feed in. Birth. Da da da. You'd move a few meters. Oh, okay. He's changing now. Da da da. Oh, and then you move to a different bit, and it's we need to.
Do you know what though? I think that was on us. We should have used our brains, gone to the baby centres, fed him, changed him, and then gone back.
That's what we did our last like 2 days in the park. Literally our last like 2 days in the park. Mitchell would change her and feed her, and I would pump, and then we would get all of it taken care of, and then we'd wait 2 hours and we would do it again, unless she had like pooped or something. But like. I don't know. It's so simple. You think you're just gonna you're gonna do it from the get-go, but then you get there and it's like
everything goes
she's
out the
like
window.
hungry off schedule, or then she pooped, and then I don't have to pump yet, or like, and then everything gets like so jumbled up that there's like no way to put it together.
Yeah.
You went to queue for Pirates because we also watched the parade, didn't we? Which was so good.
Yeah.
Like it was so chill, and I just don't think. Like, for a day at Disney for me, I don't think that could have been a better day for me. But, like, you went to go on Pirates, didn't you? And your sister had said, can I leave my stroller with you? And I was like, yeah, because I stayed with George, didn't I? Because he was asleep, weren't he? So I was like, I did want to take him on Pirates, but he's asleep. So I don't want to wake him up to take him on a ride. And he'd not long gone to sleep, but literally you was in the queue for 5 minutes or so. I phoned him. I was like, you need to come out. He's like, well, I was like, George has done a massive poo.
Oh, no.
And he was like, I said, it's not that I don't want to change him, but I've got your sister's stroller as well. I was like, so you can either come and sit with the stroller and then go back. And then in the end, you were like, nah, I'm good. I'll just...
I said, you know what? I've been here all day. Right. I'll just walk out, and I kid you not, when we say it was a big poo,
it was very big.
It was a big.
No.
It was a full on like.
And then
I
think we left there. When we left there, we went to like a shopping place.
We left there. We went to a shopping place. We were literally there for an hour, and then I think we
got
literally
Chili's.
We got Chili's to go. So we picked
had
up
it at home.
and I kid you not. We sat there, all of us, eating this Chili's to go in the villa, a cold beer in one hand or whatever. And I kid you not, it was so nice.
That was a nice chill day, wasn't it?
That honestly sounds like the best day.
You know what I love? You know what my favorite part about all this is? Is like hearing you guys get so hyped up about American food.
Yeah.
Like, if you guys ever come here, you'll realise just how much of a disappointment our food is.
We've spoken many times about the difference between UK and US supermarkets. Like, we have, obviously, you guys know this, but if people don't, we have a place called Asda, which is
Walmart,
in partnership with Walmart, but Asda is nothing compared to Walmart. Like, you guys
there's like one Walmart is like 4 Asdas for us, isn't it?
Like you guys got a whole like row of Oreos, for example. We've got a piddly little
like two
flavors. Different flavors on a little shelf.
Yeah,
and it's just things like 600 flavors of M&Ms.
Do you
We've
know?
got like 3.
You guys have stuff that we can't get. The banana peppers from Blaze Pizza, insane, so nice. You can't buy them here.
Really?
I forgot to write them on our list, by the way. I have to go write them
Banana
down.
peppers are the place to
Are
be.
you going to send
They
our whole
are.
Blaze Pizza over?
No, peppers.
And do you know what? They're not even. They're
Oh, wait,
$2.
they are on my list. I have them.
Banana.
We had this conversation on our last video,
banana
Paul.
peppers.
We updated the shopping list.
What was the day after? So that was the Friday. The Saturday was.
So the Saturday was a mix of everything. So
we did islands, didn't we?
we did islands, but
We got there so late that it literally shut within 45 minutes.
yeah. But the day was, so I'm a huge Orlando Magic fan, which Mitchell knows.
Yes.
And I was desperate to go back to the Kia Centre because we hadn't been since last time we went and watched the game on our honeymoon back in 23. I really wanted to take George there because obviously the Magic's my team. I'm hoping he's going to grow up and become a basketball player, but whatever he grows up and decides to do, we'll support him any way we can. But I wanted to take him there. So me, my dad and George went there, went around the team store, and then you guys
we
went
went
off.
to Disney Springs. Yeah.
And then we met up, and then we had our very first Blaze Pizza.
That was your first time?
Yeah.
We never had one.
Do you know what? I think we were just so like, oh, do you know what? The hype's not even going to be that good, so we're going to wait. And then your mom and dad said about it, and we were like, okay, well, I was like, we'll try it. Oh my God, it was insane.
Yeah.
And I say it was insane. I wouldn't say it's the best pizza I've ever had in the world. The best pizza I've ever had in the world was in Newark Airport. That was the best cheese pizza I've ever had.
I grew up like 10 minutes from Newark Airport.
The best pizza I've ever had, and I stand by that to this day.
It was something else. It could have been some pizza that's been sat in the window. Amanda, why don't you go and get a spoon?
I really should.
But it's entertaining watching you trying to get this thick smoothie out of the top.
That pizza was insane, but it was so nice. And I think the fact that you can... I mean, I had half a pizza and a salad, didn't I?
I think it's the fact that obviously you can pick the size of the pizza, but you can literally customise it to extreme levels, but then you can make it as funky but as basic as you want to, but they still put the same amount of effort. Oh yeah, you and
those banana peppers.
Blaze is so good.
Did we ever mention that we have a Blaze like
Here,
a couple of minutes down the road from us?
No.
So that's another place to add to the list when we
That's
come
it.
up.
That's it.
You can get your
600 places.
Get your banana peppers when you come over.
We're honestly going to go home fat.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
And then we went to Islands and got there, and we had 45 minutes. We didn't even really go any further into the park, did we? We did Hulk and then left because we were like,
because we didn't.
Hulk
Because
was worth it though, just to go
Yeah.
into Islands.
it was nice because it was like sunset. We got some nice I managed to get
oh,
some
you did
nice.
Spider-Man as well.
I did Spider-Man, yeah. Managed to get some nice photos. The only downside was the so when you go to park at Universal, it tells you the opening times and closing times for that day. The board was wrong. It said that it closed at 6, so we would have had 2 hours, but it actually closed at 5
There was an
because
event on,
there was
wasn't there?
yeah, Universal do this thing where they do a lot of private events for like schools and sporting events, and Orlando Informers, one of the other ones as well. So we literally walked in there, had 40 minutes, and then
So
just walked straight back out.
Me, you and Ryan did Hulk.
Yeah.
And then you, like everyone else went in, like you, your parents, Holly, Ryan, Isabel went and did Spider-Man, and I stayed with George and Oliver because they were asleep. I like Spider-Man, but the kids were asleep, and I was like, look, you guys go, I don't mind like missing this out, do I?
No.
So, and then we left. I can't remember what we had to eat that night.
Don't
Was
remember.
it Panda Express?
I think it might have been Panda Express.
And then the Sunday, I think...
The Sunday, we went to Celebration.
I was going to say, I think it was
Oh, man.
Celebration, and we went to the Florida Mall.
Yeah, so Celebration, it's a big thing for my parents. So we're like, yeah, we'll go because my sister's fiance really wanted to do like the Sunday market that they do there. So it was like, yeah, no problem. We know we'll go. We were there for like an hour.
I don't get the hype.
What a celebration.
It was okay. Perhaps it's because we literally did the market, got a Starbucks and left.
Yeah.
And we didn't try any of the food there. But I must admit, I don't get the hype.
The thing of celebration that we loved when we lived down there was a Mexican restaurant that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
There was Kilwin's ice cream, which was really good. And we used to drive around on the scooters throughout the whole like neighborhood and park.
Yeah.
And then, of course, at Christmas time, they had tons of Christmas lights and decorations. And correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the neighborhoods in there, they were featured on the Great Christmas Tree Fight, whatever that show was called. But yeah, so that's what we enjoyed about Celebration.
The day after the Monday was Epic Universe.
Yeah, that was...
Do you know what? That was probably one of the best days.
Yeah.
It was so good.
But the downside is that was the one day of the holiday where we didn't have George.
Yeah.
So we were and ahhing whether to get tickets for it, and we were like...
I just did it. I was like, I'm doing it.
You know, it's outside, we're going to have George with us, but we just said, you know what, we'll do it. But then my parents offered to...
Yeah, and your sister offered to watch him for the day because of the shade situation there.
Yeah.
And obviously how he reacted at Epcot, which is what I think was the problem. There wasn't an awfully lot of shade at Epcot in the front bit. Epic Universe is really good if you're in a land. If you're not in a land, it's very plain. They need to do more outside of the lands, in my opinion. However, it was such a good, like Monsters Unchained, best ride in that park.
You can tell they've put a lot of time.
And it's so underrated, isn't it? Because it's always the lowest weight, but it's the best ride in the park. Better than Harry Potter, easily.
That's
in my opinion.
That's a really big. That's a lot of praise there because everyone raves about the Harry Potter attraction. Ministry of Magic. So the fact that Monsters Unchained is that big for you, that's saying something.
I would say, out of all the Universal parks, the Harry Potter part in Epic Universe is the worst bit out of all the Harry Potter bits in all three parks.
Wow.
Yeah. It doesn't scream Harry Potter to me at all.
It doesn't scream Harry Potter because the land itself is Paris, so it's based on the.
It's based on Ministry, but it's also based on Fantastic Beasts.
So it's on that. But don't get me wrong, the queue for Ministry is fantastic. Like going through the Ministry of Magic and going through the
second best queue is definitely Harry Potter.
So, the queue for that? Which one is better, the queue for that or Rise of the Resistance? Like your first impression, the first time you did Rise, and the first time you did that.
I'm gonna say Harry Potter just because we waited 3 hours for Rise, and it was just. I feel like until you actually get into the queue bit, all the outsidey bit is quite long.
Yeah.
As where you kind of, I mean, we didn't have to queue that much for Harry Potter. We kind of we had a fast pass for it. So we kind of went straight in and it was kind of like we queued for a bit because it was quite busy. But even when you got to that point, it was then like, oh my God, it was like I don't know. I haven't done Rise for a few years, so I wouldn't like to.
Right.
You did both this trip, so you're better answering that.
So, yeah, the immersiveness of Harry Potter, especially the Ministry itself, is phenomenal. Like, the technology is just insane. But Rise, with Rise, you feel like you're actually in the world of Star Wars. Like, the whole interactions, the whole, you literally go onto a ship on one bit and then you walk out the door and you're on an Imperial Star Destroyer and full of stormtroopers. I'd say Rise of the Resistance has the better interactions, but I think theming would have to go to Ministry.
Okay.
And then
The next day was Animal Kingdom.
we were at Epic Universe all day. We were there all day. We literally only left like maybe an hour before closing, and we'd done everything, hadn't we? So
that was a long but fun day.
Animal Kingdom, I sat at Starbucks and didn't move. Didn't I?
Yeah, pretty much. It was. I think at this point we were all, well, not exhausted, but with taking 2 young kids, 3 kids in total, trying to balance everybody, what everyone wanted to do, and like different places to go. I think Animal Kingdom Day, we all just hit a wall.
Your sister didn't even go, did she? She felt unwell, so she didn't go.
But you sat at Starbucks for the whole time we were there. We tried to go round, but it was any time we go to Animal Kingdom, no matter what year or anything, it's so hot. Like, you are just literally dripping as you're walking around.
It's because it's so it sounds weird, but because it's so enclosed with the trees and stuff, that's why it's so hot.
Yeah,
like it's made to feel like an animal's natural the animal's natural habitats.
Yeah,
Animal Kingdom is for sure the hottest park, so I feel that
it's the hottest park, and it was the hottest part, but it had all the Disney days we had on this trip, the wait times were just ridiculous. Like,
yeah, they were.
Like, Everest was posting at
one point a 90-minute wait, weren't it?
No, it was posting 120 minutes.
Ooh.
Everest, but they closed the single rider line.
That's crazy.
And that everything was just like Kilimanjaro Safari's 90 minutes. What else?
We went on Dinosaur, didn't you?
We managed to, the one thing I did say was, I don't care how long I've got to wait, I want to go on Dinosaur, because I know obviously the ride was going. I love that ride. Like, I'm absolutely gutted they're getting rid of it.
Yeah,
I get it. Obviously, not many people remember the film, but I just think that ride is so like cheesy, and it, tell you what, it throws you around a bit as well.
What did we do after Animal Kingdom?
Probably went somewhere and
shops or something. Probably
shops or somewhere to scoff our face, more likely. But the next day we went back to Ireland's.
Yeah.
So that was a fun day. We got absolutely soaked on Jurassic Park.
Great ride.
Always
a must do.
We got a lot done that day.
We did get a lot done. And I think it's because we were all kind of realising, we're into the second week now. We don't have a lot of time left.
So that was a good day.
And then the day after that was
Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, I thought so. Hollywood Studios. We did a lot at Hollywood. The only thing I have to quibble about at Disney is the main thing for kids there is the characters. And they put the queues all outdoors. And I'm like, what are we doing? Like, why are we doing that? But we did a lot that day. We had breakfast. We had a Ronto wrap, didn't we?
We had a Ronto.
I had a margarita at like 9:00 in the morning, and it was amazing. What did we do after that? We went round Galaxy's
Edge. So we did, a handful of us did Rise of Resistance because the queue time wasn't too bad.
Me and your sister went and... no, that wasn't what... Then we went through to Toy Story and we met Woody and Jessie.
Oh my God, that queue was hot.
Because it was just...
you just bake in that queue.
Oh
Sunbeam.
My God. Like,
they have like one little umbrella out.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, it doesn't cover any shade. Like, there is no shadow that is casted on that umbrella.
We were going to meet Buzz, but the queue for that was insane, wasn't it? So we were like, nah. We went into the Walt Experience to get into MayorCon. At first, the woman was like, you can't take that. And she went, he's asleep, ignore me. Why you can't take strollers in there, I don't know, because it's huge. And then me and your sister just sat in there for ages while you all went and did Rise. You You come back. We then went back to Toy Story and ate at Woody's Lunchbox, which was insane.
I'm just going to throw this out there, right? Our go-to meal at Hollywood Studios is the grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woody's Lunchbox.
It's simple, but my God, I don't know what cheese they use.
It's just like plastic cheese, I suppose.
It's just so
It
good.
was so good. And then your parents went to somewhere down near Tower Terror?
Yeah, I think so.
And then
we got washed.
You went on Tower Terror.
Yeah.
Then we went in the shops. Then we sat near Brown Derby.
Yeah.
Because it was scorching.
Yeah.
We went and got the Toy Story toys we wanted.
Yeah, so...
You went and got your lightsaber.
I did.
And then we left. That was the day done there as well.
Yeah.
What kind of Toy Story toys did you guys get?
All of them.
I love that.
We got Zurg, Jessie, Buzz, Woody,
Bullseye, Slinky.
and Slinky. And your parents have literally landed back today for you guys. And they bought him the aliens, didn't they? So the only thing is they've released all the 30th anniversary toys now and we're not there.
Oh.
They've done like Lenny and who else? Box of Toy of Soldiers or Box of Soldiers.
The Tub of Soldiers, Lenny, they've done a Wheezy.
Yeah, plushie toy.
Oh, Wheezy's cute.
Yeah.
But we wanted to because we put Toy Story on for him and he loved it, didn't he? He was like,
he likes the Pixar film.
Yeah, he loves Pixar.
How do you guys get all that stuff home?
It took a lot of us. We had a case each. George had a big case, and then we had an extra case. So the only things we'd bought for George at that point before that was clothes, wasn't it? So it was more, and we didn't really take that many clothes out for him, did we? I only really took like one outfit a day and then a few spares in case we needed it. Because I was like, well, I'm in America. If I need clothes, I can go and buy them.
Right.
So we did most of them in his case, and then you had one in yours.
Now,
I had one in mine, didn't I?
Yeah, but the thing is, we all know how big these boxes are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I was hesitant, but I was quite happy to take the toys out of the boxes and put them in. No, Emma wasn't having that.
I'm not having that.
She wanted all of them boxed in the suitcases. So when I tell you that I was sitting on these cases to push them down to close them,
mine had stickers all over it that just said heavy.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad.
But we didn't have to pay it, did we? We didn't have to pay the extra. They were like, "Oh, it's $100, but we're just going to wipe it for you." I was like,
Nice.
Oh, wow.
"Yeah."
The funny thing was, you get 23 kilos per case.
Mine was 29.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Wait, I want to look at that difference in like pounds, like to see what that is.
That's
It was like they allow you, like if it was like 23.9, they allow you to get away with it because obviously.
I think after that, the last couple of days were Universal, weren't they? They were just purely Universal after that.
So
It was like
23 kilos is 50 pounds. And 29 is 63 pounds.
Yeah.
That's 2 Jacksons.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was. And then the last few days were just like going back to Universal, Disney Springs, picking up the last few bits. And then
Shopping, getting the last bits.
And then before we knew it,
we were coming home.
It flies by so quickly.
Yeah, it goes by so fast. But
And the
also,
day you were flying home, I had Stella.
yes, because I paid for Wi-Fi on the flight.
See, that's why you're our best friends.
Yeah. I was like, it was like middle of the night. I was like, I've got to keep checking if she's here. And then I fell asleep and I was like, I bet she's going to come while I'm asleep.
She did, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
we literally managed to get like a couple of hours.
He slept the whole flight home, didn't he?
He was brilliant. Couldn't fault him. But this trip was definitely an eye opener. It was definitely an experience, but we learned so much. We didn't realize how many like baby facilities there were around the parks.
Yeah, and the thing is, Universal have them too. They're just not widely known.
But the theming on all the Disney ones, because the theming of them is all different, but they're so welcoming and they're so like the access to them is really nice. Like there's a shop in all of them. There's plenty of rooms.
You can buy things that you forgot.
You can buy gifts in there, like some merchandise. It was mad. But the only thing we did say is we'll never go in June again.
Yeah, June is hot. June is hot. July is hot. August is hot. September first half is hot.
But when we went in that August 2019, I didn't actually find it as hot as June.
Really?
Oh, this was something else. This was
Well, you know what? I will say we did have that heat wave that was coming through. That's why it was so hot. I remember that now because we had it here in Tennessee. It was a heat wave that was coming through, and you guys had it down there. It was like touching basically 100 degrees in Florida, which was crazy. And like it feels like here was getting up to 109. So it was hot. Just period. Point blank. It was a bad time.
Yeah, it was very warm, wasn't it?
It was very warm, but we're still glad we went. We had a great trip. We had made a lot of memories. We've got a lot of photos that we're going to treasure for. We've got bits when we were vlogging it. You know, we've got bits just for us that obviously we can hold on to, and obviously the quality of the clips that we managed to get was amazing. But we know going forward our Orlando trips aren't going to be what they used to be, but we're just looking forward for him to grow up and just fall in love with Disney, Universal and everything, and just Orlando in general.
Yeah, I think that's what's special is like you don't ever go back to doing what you used to do. We just talked about this recently. But you don't ever go back to that, but like it takes on a whole new meaning. And like there's something special about like taking your kids. So it's incredible. Just see them going there. Even Universal. Like I'm excited to take Jack Universal. I'm hoping this next trip we go might be a chance we take him.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think he would like Dr. Seuss, and maybe at that point he'll like the Spider-Man ride.
Yeah, and the Hippogriff roller coaster.
Yes. So, so to wrap up your trip, what is one thing that you guys would say like if you could do over again you would, and then what is one thing that was like the highlight of your trip?
My do-over would be not to panic as much as what we did, because especially for the first 2 days, we were panicking every 5 minutes on, is he okay? We've learned now that he will let us know, like he did in Epcot.
I don't think you understood that question correctly. What would you do again?
But what would you do differently?
They didn't say that.
I did. Yeah. What
See? I know I was right.
Literally, Ashley got one right this time.
Yes,
I'm sorry, Emma.
The whole time now, I'm going to hold this finger up because this is a little victory. I will hold victory.
I'm going to get this moment framed for you.
Oh,
but yeah, so like, what is one thing that like happened that now that you know you would avoid next time, or that you would not necessarily avoid, but you would do over if you had a chance? And then the second part is what was like a highlight for you all.
I probably would have changed the time we went.
Yeah.
And I am very grateful that we got to go. I am, but June was just so hot. I think November would have been better for us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I enjoyed all of it. I really did.
There's so many memories that just stuck out, but I think for the one bit that will stick out to me will be when we took him on Nemo.
Yeah.
And just his face and just how excited he was, and just watching him enjoy something that me and Emma care about so much. And we know that, like, now we put Disney on the TV all the time and stuff like that, but just seeing him in our favourite place, enjoying the things that we love to do, and he was just loving every minute of it. That was hands down you got the rides, you got everything like that, but experiencing that as a parent for the first time was something that I will treasure for the rest of my life.
That's awesome. I know that feeling
Yeah.
very well. So, well, thank you guys for joining us and sharing a lot about your trip. I mean, you guys were there for 2 weeks, but like, there's the love and hate about when you start talking about a trip or you start planning a trip and then you start getting down to the end of the days and you're like, that went so quickly. And I feel like this trip probably went so quickly for you guys. Just talking about it, I'm like, we were like hitting, you're like, oh, and then you're like, and that was the end of the first week. I'm like, wait a minute, we just started. We just got here. So, and I just feel like that happens with our trips all the time too.
Especially because ours are only 1 week.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it does
But,
get fast.
Yeah, but thank you guys. We appreciate that. Thanks for coming on. And thank you listeners for joining us this week. We got to get on to our bonus show because we got to do a quick one to get Ashley off to bed before he has work in like 30 minutes at this point.
At the moment, it's only 7 hours. 7 hours before I start work, so it's not too bad.
Yikes.
Okay, not too bad, but not great. So, do you guys have anything else you want to add before we hop on over to the bonus show?
No, just thank you for having us on, and it's been great building a friendship with you guys. But obviously, the changes that have happened from when we first met you, like when we first met you. You guys were living in an apartment in Orlando, both working at Disney. Me and Emma were still living at home with our parents and stuff like that. Fast forward all these years later, you've got kids, we've got a kid, but, you know, our friendship is just grows all the time. And honestly, we couldn't wish for anything better, really.
Yeah, thanks, guys. We feel the same way. It's like a true friendship.
Your best.
We just wish you guys were over here. So we're thinking of ways, you know, maybe one day we can sneak you guys over here permanently.
I'm coming to live with Amanda anyway, so.
But no, we already talked
It's
about
true.
this trading off. Amanda can go over there to the old England.
Old England.
That's where you belong. You and the Golden Girls.
Yeah, with my tea. I'll take it.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for coming on. And thank you to everyone listening. Again, you can check out Ashley and Emma on YouTube and follow all their adventures from this trip and all their adventures from their past Disney trips and Universal trips. And check out their Instagram and Facebook as well. And of course, same with us. We have all of our past Disney trips. We have Vlogmas coming up soon. A lot of fun things over on YouTube, and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I don't know. We have too many things. I'm gonna have to like put the list in front of me. But off to the bonus show. Join us over there at patreon.com. You can find everything in the show notes below. Thank you all. We will see you next week.